What's going on, guys? This is the Magic Party here, bringing you another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This one with the last episode, or the last battle with the tryhard team. And yeah, we're getting right into it with Maze. And yeah. Alright, sorry, I just need to hear the beginning of that music because I don't know what this is. I think this is the Hoenn Legendary one? I don't know. So anyway, I'm not really going to commentate this one as much just because it's a really long battle. It's 46 turns. That's a lot. So, basically, it's just a really long battle. So anyway, yeah, I haven't ever used this music, I don't think. I mean, yeah, it's definitely the Lugia and Ho-Oh one, but I don't remember ever using this one on the channel. Anyway, yeah, my Mega Venusaur comes in, does get burned the first turn with the Vaporeon here. It's a little of a shame, honestly. How would it not be? But yeah. So Mega Venusaur and Vaporeon just sitting here. I'm gonna Mega Evolve, obviously. Want to get that thick fat just in case he wants the Ice Beam or something. Getting a Toxic off on this thing would be phenomenal. I actually didn't expect him to stay in, so I did go for the Leech Seed. Unfortunately, that's not going to pay off as he's going to stay in. Getting a Toxic on this thing would be phenomenal, but clearly that didn't happen. So yeah, leftovers kick in. The burn's going to do even more, and blah 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 blah. So, well, I mean, the Leech Seed's kind of canceling out the burn, which is pretty nice. Actually, it's doing more because Vaporeon has so much HP to give me, so yeah. He's gonna switch out, which is clearly, you know, he wants to get some juice in there. He's gonna switch in his Fortress, which is a perfect switch for him. Kind of wasted the wish, but it's all good. I'm gonna Leech Seed this time because I kind of expect the Stealth Rocks, but I can defog them away later with the Mandibuzz. He does go for the Stealth Rocks. No reason not to, of course. But yeah, I mean, Gyro Ball wouldn't do that much to me. Neither would, like, Volt Switch. And he has nothing to Rapid Spin, so yeah, that was his best play. So, anyway, yeah, man. So, anyway, I'm gonna switch out because I really can't do literally anything else. I get Earthquake, but there's no reason to do that. I'm gonna switch in my Mandibuzz because this is probably the best Pokemon to try to get the Rapid Spin off of, or the Defog off. It's actually getting rid of the Rapid Spin and getting rid of the Leech Seed. Pretty creative there. I didn't even know that Rapid Spin did that, but I think it happened to me like once, but I just forgot because it's so irrelevant. But yeah, he's not as sturdy yet, but it doesn't really matter. He's probably getting up to sturdy next turn, which is, you know, a problem. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna defog the rocks away though. He will predict that and go for rocks of his own again, but there's no reason for me to not defog here. My team is really weak to rock. We have Weavile. It's gonna break his Focus Sash, which is bad enough. But then we have Mandibuzz, who I don't want that much residual damage off on him. You also have Chandelure, and I think that's it. But yeah, at this point, Electros is gonna switch in. I'm just gonna defog. I guess he just knew that there's not much reason to keep going. And yeah, so I'm gonna go leftovers. This thing is in here, so this Electros is in here. I'm just gonna Roost. I actually predicted to not be as fast as him, but this is a good thing. It gets rid of my flying typing. He actually gets a knockoff predicting the switch, I'm guessing. And clearly I didn't do that. So yeah, I get a Toxic off on this thing because I just feel like that's going to be useful later on. Yeah, this thing is probably also HP invested. It's probably not speed invested, so yeah, he actually predicts the switch there again, but maybe he's locked into that. We didn't see the Life Orb, and I don't know. So at this point, I know I'm outspeeding, so I will U-turn. And I honestly don't know why I didn't expect to outspeed, because Electros is like really slow. But anyway, I actually go for the read for the Wild Charge here, and he does go for the Thunder Punch, which is probably better for him because he doesn't take recoil. But yeah. Anyway, that was just perfect playing by me. That was just flawless there. So anyway, he's gonna switch out. Right when I went for Dragon Claw, I realized what a mistake I made, which was a pretty big mistake there, as he's gonna get full momentum here with his Fortress. I do predict the rocks are coming again, so I have to switch right back out. I have to go into Chandelure this time because I want to put on the pressure I feel like just, going to a Mandible is just like the same thing over and over again. And this battle, I already knew it was going to go by really slowly, so I didn't want to contribute to that. So anyway, here he took a long time deciding here, but he does switch out. I believe I went for the energy ball, predicting the Vaporeon. I did, which is something, but that does a lot of damage, which I did not expect. But I know this thing can recover all over me, so there's not really a reason to stay in. Also, he can just knock off and pretty much destroy me, so at this point I will switch to my Mandibuzz. He doesn't do anything with knockoff. He can Will-O-Wisp if he wants, which he wouldn't do against a Chandelure, but you know what I mean. So he will go for the recover here. This thing is really bulky, so it's going to be a problem trying to take it down. Oops. Sorry, I'm messing this up, though. So he's going to Magic Bounce to Defog, which really doesn't matter. It's still going to do the trick. It's going to get the rocks up, so the rocks away, at least. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, as, getting rocks off the field is really influential for my team. So yeah, that residual damage, I'm going to try to be fighting off that Stealth Rocks the whole battle. So, yeah. At this point, he does go into Zora's Mask. I believe I just went for the Roost. I did go for the Roost here. As, I knew that Sableye couldn't really do much to me, so I just decided to Roost. Here I could, I could U-turn if I wanted, but I believe I have Toxic. I have, Roost, Defog, Toxic, and U-turn. I do get the Toxic off on this Beast thing, which is amazing. Putting this thing on timer is really good. He's gonna his Widow up now. I know he wants to pass this to his Electros. I can't do much about it, unfortunately. There's really nothing I can do, so it's a thing. Let me check. Okay, so we're about a third through the battle, unfortunately. So anyway, yeah, he's gonna switch out. So will I, because that's the thing. Yeah, so he does go into this is one Pokemon that really wants to catch the Wish, as I will switch out and go into my Weavile. As I knew he was switching, so I wanted to get some pivot off on this guy. He will get to full, but he doesn't want to stay. I mean, if he has Drain Punch, so be it. But I can get a free Swords Dance up here because I do have the Focus Sash intact. As I will get the Swords Dance up. Luckily, I was able to get rid of the Stealth Rocks earlier on, which was really nice. He does get the Drain Punch off. I kind of expected that, but I kind of didn't at the same time. So now we've seen Thunder Punch, Knock Off, Drain Punch, and probably Volt Switch or U-turn for initiative. But he's most likely Assault Vest, knowing that we've seen him change his moves up, and he's not Life Orb, and he's not Leftovers. So unless it's Expert Belt, he's probably Assault Vest. So at this point, I will go for the Ice Punch. This is completely fine bringing in Lucario, because that's still up to a KO at +2, which is amazing. I'm going to go for the Ice Shard here, because I did predict the Bullet Punch, or Extreme Speed, or Mach Punch, or whatever. It actually takes him out. I didn't expect it to take him out, but it actually did, so that's good. It's really good. At this point, he will bring in the Sableye, and he just goes for Shadow Sneak. I did not remember this thing got Shadow Sneak for some reason. I was just like, okay, good, I can get a nice punch off, but I didn't, so yeah. At this point, I'll bring in Chandelure, because, whatever. The Shadow Ball's gonna do a good amount. I actually do go for the Flamethrower here, because, why not, man? So he's gonna recover just to scout what I want to do. At this point, I'm pretty sure he knows which way Scarfed, but, it hasn't really been, clear yet, so, he will switch in, to his, Talonflame. Surprisingly, I didn't really expect that, but Flamethrower goes off, does almost half, which is actually good. Yeah, he has the Leftovers there, which kind of makes me a little iffy about what kind of set this is. I go for the Flamethrower, though, and you're going to see here, he's actually not Gale Wings. He goes for the Roost, which is kind of weird. So that means he's Flame Body, which is even weirder, because really, who runs Flame Body Talonflame? I guess this guy, but we're gonna go for another Flamethrower. I mean, he can stall us out with the Roosts, but if I can get a crit anytime soon, that'll be amazing, but I'm not getting that. If I had just gone for a Shadow Ball first, that would have been really good, because this thing would probably be dead by now, but yeah. it's fine. It's honestly fine. I can just, stay in flamethrower at this point. He can bring in his Vaporeon all he wants, but like, you're still taking a flamethrower. Like, I have no reason to switch out because I don't really have anything else that can do what Chandelure does specifically. I do have Latias for some more special offensive threats, but yeah. So at this point, I'm gonna switch out because I'm threatened by Vaporeon, obviously. So yeah, I'll bring in a Latias here. Not Latias, Latios. He will go for the Scald. That's gonna do relatively nothing. Hopefully no burn. He doesn't get the burn. That's what I absolutely needed. If he had gone for Toxic, that would have been a problem. If he had gone for Wish, that would have been a problem. If he had gotten a burn, that would have been a problem. But luckily, Scald, no burn. That's the best case scenario there. So he's going to protect. I do go for Thunderbolt this turn. Trying to catch this thing, just dead. But that was his best play there. He gets the leftovers, but the Toxic is racking up at this point. As he is still, obviously he's still in. So he probably doesn't want to stay in. I do force him out with a Thunderbolt. As he does go into the Electros, and I just go for the Thunderbolt because there's no reason not to. I mean, if he brings in Electros, I can still Psyshock this thing, and it's not really a problem, but, just think, like, I don't want to get knocked off either, because I know Psyshock's probably not going to kill. It may, because we are modest, but it may not, so I will switch in the Mandibuzz at this point. He's going to knock off, which is exactly what I predicted. He couldn't not go for knockoff. He couldn't, like, if he had predicted that, good on him, but I really didn't expect him to predict that, so, yeah, we're in with our Mandibuzz here. I would like to Roost to get a little more health back, as that's in fact exactly what I do. I get rid of that flying typing, which is really good, as Thunder Punch will not be doing very much at all anymore. I can stall him out with the Toxic as well, so, yeah, as you can see, that does about a fourth, which is fine by me. So yeah, this battle is extremely long. So knowing that I outspeed, I can go for the U-turn, and if he has U-turn too, whatever. But at this point, I'm pretty sure he's just giving up the Electros. I'm gonna go to Mega Venusaur. This thing hasn't seen the field for like the first few turns. He does go for the U-turn, unfortunately. I guess he predicted a Roost to catch me off guard with the super effective U-turn, as I lost my flying typing with Mandibuzz, but he goes into Flame Boost, his best play here. At this point, I'm in a really bad position, because if he goes for Substitute, that's going to be a problem, because I can't stay in. I need my Venusaur for certain things on his team. Wait, scratch that. I don't need Venusaur at all, and he's going to go down to this Brave Bird, so, I'm sorry guys, I had this battle like a week ago. I don't really, or like 5 days ago or something. I don't really remember. So, yeah, so he's going to get hurt by the recoil. This is fine. He's also going to get the leftovers, which is also fine. At this point, I'll bring in my Garchomp. Now, at this point, I did predict the Fortress go for the Earthquake, and it didn't work in my favor. He's going to substitute. There's a big problem. I could have gone for Rock Slide and just obliterated this thing, but I really thought the Fortress was coming in, but clearly Rock Slide was the best play. There's no reason to predict that when I had answers already for Fortress, so I will go into Chandelure here, as he will Roost. If he had gone for Brave Bird there, I'm pretty sure he would have swept with this Talonflame, but spoilers, he does not get that off, as I do have this Chandelure here. I'm pretty sure I can take a Brave Bird. Like, Talonflame's, Talonflame's attack stat is not that high, so it's like base like 80 something or something. It's not that high, and trust me, I know this, so I know I can live one, and at this point, if Vaporeon wants to come in, so be it. I think it's low enough to where I can kill it with 2 Shadow Balls, but he will switch out actually, which I'm not sure if that was the best play, but he will go into the Sableye. Really his last thing that can really do much to my team. I'm going to Shadow Ball, though. Clearly, a Shadow Sneak is a problem. He's going to get the Special Defense drop. Now, that was huge. That actually kept me in. If he hadn't gotten that Special Defense drop, I wouldn't have stayed in. Here's the Shadow Sneak. I'm dead, but I live on 1. Get the Shadow Ball off. That's going to take him out with the +1 special, with the -1 Special Defense. And at that point, I was just like, oh my god, is this actually happening? But, Big Fat Wall will come in. At this point, I'll just stay in. I don't really need Chandelure for much. I am locked into flamethrower or shadow ball. That's why that works. He actually went for stealth rocks. I had no reason to switch out, so I'm not sure if that was a misclick or maybe. I mean, maybe he couldn't hit me. Maybe his only attacking move was rapid spin, and I'm a ghost type. So at this point, his switch was even, in my opinion, even a worse play because here he'll bring in Talonflame. If this Shadow Ball doesn't kill, I can clean up with another one next turn, as it just does end up killing, which is whatever. Yeah, as he'll bring in Electros. I don't think that was the best play either. He still had the Vaporeon, which should probably take one Shadow Ball and fire back with the Scald. Yeah, these last few turns for him were not very good because you're gonna see here Vaporeon does come in. I'm gonna Shadow Ball because there's no reason not to. If he wants to wish, so be it. But another special defense shot, nice. He's just gonna Scald though, knowing that this thing's a threat, so it just needs to go. At this point, he has Vaporeon and Fortress left. And, yeah, I've killed Lucario at the beginning, not the beginning, but towards the middle I killed Lucario. Then I took out, Talonflame, or then Sableye, and then Talonflame, and then Electros. And, now Vaporeon is here. At this point, I keep saying, I've said it at this point like 50 times in this battles. Okay, so in this battle I've said like, at this point. I need to stop that. So anyway, I can just Earthquake the rest of his team, no biggie. You know, no reason to do anything else, so Earthquake's gonna pick up the kill and pick up another kill, so that's gonna be the game. This was definitely, I believe this was a 3-0. I still had my Garchomp, I still had my Mandibuzz, which was a huge part of this battle, and I still had Latias. So I think the MVP of this match was definitely Chandelure. He came in and just picked up like 4 kills, or 3 kills, just like that at the end, which really helps me, there was just times in this match that I just wanted to turn the 2DS off and just leave, but, for example, when I predicted the Fortress with the Garchomp, and he went for Substitute, that was dreadful. I just wanted to turn the thing off and walk away at that point, but I didn't. I persevered, and it worked. Also, sorry if I sound a little, bad in this video. It's kind of hard to commentate a 46 turn battle, but I tried, so please leave a like if you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.